Hey guys, Ouija here, and today I want to show off a Riptide deck that I've been working on for a little bit. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. It's a little bit of a different way to play Riptide because we are featuring the Red Liner bow along with Poison the Tips, Rapid Fire, and a single Artivore. This is something that I started making for fun. I started testing it and it was actually pretty good. I'm really surprised. It's my new favorite way to play Riptide currently. And I think you guys will enjoy this one. So let's just take a look at the cards and their purpose. So we are sticking with the Bullseye Bracers. This combos extremely well with an Endless Arrow and a Rapid Fire. There's a cool combo that you can do here where, let's say you have a buffed Endless Arrow and a Rapid Fire. You play the Rapid Fire, you play the buff, you play the Endless Arrow. Your opponent disrespects it. The Endless Arrow hits, you get it back to hand, you Bullseye Bracer it back, shoot it again, it has go again from the Rapid Fire for the turn. They say they disrespect it again, they don't block it, and then you can load for free with Red Liner. So that is a super good play that actually comes up more often than you think. It kind of demands them to respect it, knowing the combo, the Rapid Fire, the buff Endless Arrow. So that's why we play the Bullseye Bracers. It's kind of integral to this deck, so I wouldn't mess with the Long Jaw, Half Glove, or anything like that. I tried it. It does not feel good. New Horizon. This is a New Horizon list. New Horizon actually works extremely well on this list due to Red Liner allowing you to just load for free. A lot of times in this deck, you are trying to set up big turns with your Poison the Tips and Rapid Fire. So Red Liner just allows you to just drop a 0-cost arrow, arsenal another card from your hand, and just set up the double arsenal like a lot easier. Like, yes, you can, like if you're running Death Dealer and you had a 2-card hand, you can pitch, load the 0-cost, draw an arsenal that card. But this just allows you to be more intentional with what you're arsenaling. So a lot of times, say you arsenal, Red Liner in a Bolt and Shot face up, you have a buff or you have a Poison the Tips or Rapid Fire that you use as your second arsenal, and that just sets up a big turn. Normally, if you had, let's say, Poison the Tips or the Rapid Fire and the Bolt and Shot with like a Death Dealer, you would have to pitch away the Rapid Fire, the Poison the Tips, to arsenal Bolt and Shot to get the double arsenal, and you're getting a random card off the top, which may or may not feel good. So yeah, it just allows you to be more intentional with your big setup turns. So we are playing New Horizon. It's really good in this list. I wouldn't play any other helmet. Quiver of Abyssal Depths. It's really, this actually could be Driftwood Quiver sometimes, but I find that in some of the warrior matchups or maybe new, the Quiver can come in handy, and on turn 0 it allows you to just filter your hand if you just draw like a super bad hand with like all buffs or something. So I'm sticking with the Quiver of Abyssal for now. And like I said, the bow that we are featuring here is Red Liner. I kind of talked about some of the plays that you can do with it, just allowing you to load the 0-cost arrows for free, get the double arsenal. But not only that, let's say you have, a Rapid Fire with 3 0-cost arrows. I mean, you can Rapid Fire, load the arrow, Red Liner and another arrow. It's just super, super flexible and makes it opens up a lot of plays that you can do that you don't normally see in other decks. So like, for example, let's say you had a Remorseless and a Sleep Dart, a Rapid Fire and another yellow. You can Rapid Fire in the Remorseless, pitch the other yellow, fire the Remorseless, it has go again, load with Red Liner, fire a Sleep Dart. It really allows you to play like these 1-cost arrows in like ways that you otherwise couldn't. So it's really cool. I've really been enjoying it. It's really good. It allows you to block with your entire hand, except for like a 0-cost arrow, load it for free, and at least come in for 4. Especially with Endless Arrow, it's nice if we get it back, you can re-arsenal it. What else can we do with this? Red Liner. Oh, and also, let's say you arsenal a buff. You draw up your hand. You have to block with 3 cards. Red Liner allows you to play that buff from arsenal, and then load the zero cost arrow for free. Coming in for 7, breakpoint. It's really good. So that's really why we're playing Redliner. We are playing Redliner for those plays, for Poison the Tips and Rapid Fire. It's really good. Snapdragon Scalers, again, allows you to just have explosive plays. You have a 6-card hand. You can do some crazy stuff with this. Say you have a Poison the Tips, you have a Bolton Shot, you set up a Falcon Wing, a Sikkim Shot. This Poison the Tips is just going to rip apart their hand no matter what. And in this meta, when you have things like Zen, New, Enigma, classes that have a lot of crappy like blocks or like no blocks with all the Transcend cards, Poison the Tips actually can just ruin somebody. Like, they could just have no option to block out your arrows efficiently, and they're just discarding cards for free. So that's really nice. So Snapdragon just allows those plays. Trench, I mean, nothing really needs to be said about this. Trench is just super good. Allows you to, say you have a 6-card hand, you have that arsenal, you can trench away the second arsenal and play like an Ardvor or something. That also opens up some really big plays. So yeah, we're Sigma Trench. Let's get into the attacks. We are still running the red and yellow Bolton Shots. Really just like, it's just a good go again card. Like, you have the buff, Bolton Shot. It's super good. So yep, there's that. We are running the Drill Shots. Just a good zero cost arrow. We love zero cost arrows in the deck to load with Rapid Fire and Redliner. So the 3 Drill Shots, the Endless Arrows, like the combo I talked about earlier. Insane combo. It's a 16 damage combo if they let all of the Endless Arrows hit. Like I said, you have the Rapid Fire, you have the buff, you have the Endless Arrow. Even if you just had, you know, a Rapid Fire Endless Arrow, you could just Rapid Fire Endless Arrow, get it back, Bullseye, get it back, Redliner, get it back. That's what, 9, 10, 11, 13 damage. It's still super good. I mean, that's a crazy 2-card hand if you ask me. And if they give you the 2 cards to block it, or if they give you like armor for it, like, that's also just fine. I found that with this deck, because of things like Poison the Tips and even Rapid Fire, people are more willing to give you their armor a lot faster, which opens up your late game for all your breakpoints to just hit a lot easier, and your opponent just can't block it efficiently, and it can just win you the game. So the Endless Arrow is super good in this deck. We are playing 1 E-Strike. This was a 3rd Sikkim Shot, but I don't know. I just felt like sometimes a 1 cost, like for Sikkim Shot, like it was, I feel like 2 is a perfect number for Sikkim Shot. It just allows you to set up the Sikkim Shots when you want. The E-Strike, I like the 1 of, because I didn't want to draw multiple, but if you draw 1, at least it's always at least 7 damage if you have another card. Or it just allows you to just do E-Strike things, 5 go again, load an arrow, shoot the arrow. It's just super flexible. I like this at 1 a lot. We're not playing more because the synergy of this deck with Poison Tips and Rapid Fire, you really want the arrows to work on this. So like having generic attacks like E-Strike, CNC, Ravenous Rabble just aren't as good in this deck, but I think the 1 of E-Strike is like perfect. Yeah, so we are playing the 1 E-Strike. I think it's really good. We are playing 3 red Falcon Wings and 3 yellow Falcon Wings. Falcon Wing is just a starter. It is a go again. It allows you to have good arsenal targets, like double arsenal targets, so it doesn't get clogged, and you can actually utilize your double arsenal because you have the go again. Falcon Wing is just super good with like Poison the Tips. I mean, they're gonna throw a card at it, and your bigger arrows are just gonna be easier to hit because now they have 3 cards in hand. Maybe they can't block the second arrow efficiently, and it leaks. So the Falcon Wings is good. The yellows maybe could be blues, like just, you know, even coming in for 1 with the Poison the Tips is like annoying for them because they have to give you a card or like a piece of armor, or they just lose a card for free. So I can see the yellows becoming blues. I'm not sure, but the yellows feel fine for now. We are running the Heat Seekers. I mean, if you're running any New Horizon deck, Heat Seeker is just kind of a must. It's crazy. It allows you to just get the double arsenal a lot easier, a lot more consistently. And like with rapid fire, you end the turn with the Heat Seeker, or even start the turn with the Heat Seeker. It's just super good. Like a Heat Seeker with Go Again is crazy. It's kind of like a Lexi cosplay. So the Heat Seekers, we are playing Lace with Blood Rot. Best lace that we have. Lace with Inertia, second best lace that we have. And here's another new card that Riptides aren't running really. Pathing Helix. For those of you that don't know, when Pathing Helix hits, if you have no cards in your arsenal, you can put a card from your hand face down in your arsenal. This is super good. Again, with rapid fire. People normally just don't block this because they think like we have another way to reload with Riptide anyways, which is true. But there is some turns where you can, let's say you rapid fire, everything has Go Again for the turn. You load a Drill Shot in, you Drill Shot Go Again, you Pathing Helix, Go Again. They let it hit. You load another zero cost arrow, Go Again, and then for the last one you can redliner in a zero cost arrow for free. So yeah, that's why we're playing Pathing Helix. That reload is actually like really good. So yeah, this is like a slept on card, but not in this deck. Premeditate, I mean, one of the best buffs, like getting the Ponder is insane. Remorseless, super good against Zen, anything that goes wide. Searing Shot, just an efficient attack that normally comes in for 5 because they lose a life. Not everyone really can block this. Seek and Destroy, one of the other good buffs that we have, keeping him off arsenal is really good. The 2 Sikkim shots, just another good Go Again arrow. It's just a good leader, especially with like something like Poison the Tips. You fire a Sikkim shot, you know, they have to give you 2 cards or like a card in armor, and it just feels super bad for them. It's just a good starter, allows you to just rip their hand apart before you come in with your more threatening arrows. The 3 Sleep Darts, just really good against pretty much every hero except like Dash. So nothing really needs to be said there. We are playing one of Art of War. I like this personally. It can just do like some funny things, you know, like giving your cards +1. I've had a turn where I, have a 6 card hand. I trench away for a resource. I play an Art of War. I banish an E-Strike and just bolt and shot, bolt and shot, bolt and shot. They all have +1 for the turn, so they all have Go Again. And then you can still like redliner in something. It's just really good. I really like this at 1 because I don't want to see multiples, but if you see the 1, you can potentially make a good play with it. And also it's good on defense as well, right? Like you can trench something away, play it from your hand. Say you have a bunch of attack actions in your hand, give everything +1 defense, draw 2, draw 2 more attack actions. Everything's blocking for 4 now. Like that can just be really good. It could save you in a pinch. So I really like this at 1 of. I said I don't really want to clump my hand with these, but the 1 feels pretty good. Codex Frailty, I mean, yeah, this is just one of the best Ranger cards. The yellow Infecting Shots, we're playing the yellow Infecting Shots just because it's a good rate. It's essentially 6 damage on a yellow, but really I just wanted more yellows, and this was like one of the best choices. So more yellows just to like give you consistency with your 1 cost arrows, and yeah, just allowing you to just smooth out your turns, and it still comes in for a break point. So this is just really good as like a resource card or whatever. Poison the Tips, we talked about this. Poison the Tips is just really good. Allows you to like basically regain tempo. Like if, say your opponent has like a decent turn, you don't block, you poison the tips, have like, a turn, you're basically forcing them to block, or they're just going to lose their whole hand anyway. And after that, you just regain tempo. And this deck really doesn't, like, we don't really run many traps. Like, we're running the 3 Inertias and 3 Tar Pits, but like it really doesn't whiff as much as like other decks or other versions of Riptide, I feel. Of course it still can, but it's just likely that you have some sort of good turn, like especially like with all the Go Again cards being able to utilize your whole hand is a lot easier. At least you can redliner a Falcon Wing, you can buff a Bolton Shot go again, you have the Sikkim shots, you have the Rapid Fire, you have the Art of War. Like, you have a lot of ways to give yourself go again. And if you don't, you know, like, if you regain tempo, that's a good time to use your Bullseye Bracer Snapdragons when you have a full hand. So yeah, Poison Tips is really, really fun card. I've wanted to play this card for a long time. It just really was the motivation behind making the deck. I really just wanted to do it for fun, and it turns out I think it's pretty good. So that, like I said, especially against things like Zen, where like they might have the chi in hand, they can't block your stuff. Like, they're just gonna discard the chi. So it's just, yeah, Poison Tip, super fun, super good card. The Rapid Fire, this card is like, I don't know which one I like better. They just allow such different turns. Like, Poison Tips is good when you have go again already in your hand. Rapid Fire is good when you don't have any go agains. So they kind of just like bounce off of each other. Like, one hand you'll draw Poison Tips and you have a Poison Tips turn. Another hand you have a Rapid Fire turn. So it's just, you're attacking at like all these different angles. It's really just, it's just really cool, honestly. We're still playing the Buzzsaw Trap, the Collapsing Trap, the 3 Inertias, the 3 Inertia Traps, the 3 Murkmires for Enigma, the 3 Tar Pits for New and Prism, the 1 Spike Pit Trap for any Warriors or New. Dreadbore, I have it in here. I haven't really tried the deck with Dreadbore, to be honest. I played against like a couple of Warriors, and honestly, like, Dreadbore wasn't needed. Like, we had so much disruption from the Poison Tips and just so much like damage output from like Rapid Fire. Like, Dreadbore just wasn't needed. So I'm not sure if I want to play this. I'm gonna mess around with this more, but yeah. So there's a deck. I hope you guys try this out. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.